Well, welcome back to a talk with the county manager, and as you can see, we have both county managers, County Manager Craig Honeycutt and Assistant County Manager Chip Crumpler. It's been a while since we've sat down and talked with them and shared with you what's been going on in Wayne County. So, Craig, let me start with you. You've had 1 full year under your belt as the county manager. What's it been like?
It really has been a wonderful experience. I was the assistant under George Wood for about 9 months, and it was an incredible opportunity to get to know the community, to get to know our staff, and to get to know the board, and really about the issues that are facing Wayne County. So we have had some really good successes this year. It's been really a lot of fun working with the board and also with the staff, and just very excited about 2019 and moving forward.
Well, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let's go over here to Chip. Chip, you've had a really unique experience. You've been with the county for a number of years, but 1 full year now as the assistant county manager.
Very busy. We jumped right into budget after coming on board. That was pretty a big task to tackle. Looking forward to that this year. Starting that process over. I was already accustomed to working with a lot of the departments, so that was not really anything new there. But we had a really good time, and looking forward to some more projects that we're working on and we're working towards completion on.
Fantastic. Now, Craig, I want to ask you, what were the biggest challenges that you think you faced in 2018?
As Chip said, it was the budget. And really, we've got a lot of needs within the county, and we're trying to do a lot of different things. We have had a lot of projects on our plate, everything from EMS buildings, substations, to shell buildings, to working with the school system about K-3 classroom mandates, to teacher supplements. You name it, we have had issues that have come up. They have been challenging, but they've also been fun to try to solve as well. So again, working with the board, working with all our different partners, it really has been an interesting process, and again, got a great staff. It's been fun working with Chip. Chip's experience with the county and his background has really been such a huge asset, not only for the county, but for me personally, because I've been able to lean on Chip's experience and his history with the county, that he's like a walking encyclopedia. So I really do appreciate the opportunity to work with Chip.
All right, so I'm going to throw him the tough question. Chip, one of the challenges, and Craig just talked about that, is school funding.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that people don't understand is Wayne County is responsible for only part of the funding. You want to talk about that a little bit so people better understand the difference between local and state funding with the schools?
Well, I mean, you have local dollars that we have to put into it. We have to build the facilities. And it's a tough process because you have to build relationships. I want to talk more about, let's build the relationships with other players that are at the table, such as the Board of Education, the school board, the administrative staff. You have to have that teamwork between the two agencies in order to come up with a plan and a budget that we can move forward with, that we can afford and work with.
That's a great answer. I like that. We talked about the challenges that you guys faced last year. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges that you'll face in 2019?
I think the biggest challenge that we'll face in 2019 is our budget itself, and trying to hold the line on spending and keep our expenditures down and keep our tax rates, try to keep our tax rates around the same.
Well, and that's something I want to finish up with you on after we ask a couple of more questions. I I want to talk just a little bit more about this year's
Okay.
coming budget process because we've just begun that.
Right.
Before I do that, you came from Alamance County, and you've been in other places before
Right.
that. What is similar and what is different in Wayne County than the places you've been before?
Really, it is all the same.
Is
It really is. Board members are different, but they're the same. Board members expect the best of staff, and they expect that we provide the services for our citizens. So it really is all the same. We focus here in Wayne County on agriculture, and that's a little bit different. And I have a much larger appreciation for our farmers and the role that they have within our community
This is a lot.
that we did not have in Alamance County. In Alamance County was right on 4085, and it was really more of an urban county than Wayne County is. So coming back, that really is the biggest difference. But again, you have citizen questions and concerns, you have staff questions and concerns. It really is all the same. It's not a lot of different. We're really just all good people trying to do the right things for the right reasons.
That's a very good point. All right, Chip, one thing that's unique about you, having been a department manager for so many years, and now you supervise a lot of department managers. How has that helped you, and can you pick out a particular way and how that helps you deal with the managers now?
It's still just a team. It's a teamwork I mean, when you work with the departments, their team, you've got to rely on to them to make decisions, to run their agencies the way they see fit. They rely on us for help with their budgeting and with some of their processes.
Right.
But you've really got to trust the managers to do the right thing, and that's part of the teamwork concept that I like, and that is special to Wayne County, I think.
One thing a lot of people may not realize is you were one of the ones that helped us come up with the home campaign, and that's ongoing now. As a matter of fact, we have a great contest going on with our local radio stations. So what are 3 things that you like most about living and working in Wayne County?
The sense of family here, even if people are not related, they're really close-knit. It's a close-knit community, city and county. It seems that when times get tough, they always have each other's backs. I love the location of Wayne County in the state, centrally located. I love that it's a military community, so we have a lot of pride in that. And I love that it's close to the coast. So those
are
are
all
3
great
or 4
things
things that I like about it.
I'm not sure I could come up with anything any better than what you just said. All right, Craig, you talked about the agriculture community and what that's come to mean to you
Right.
and how important it's become. That's been a big factor in having to push through a really, really tight budget year in 2018 and perhaps no different in the coming year.
Right.
So what do you say to our citizens and maybe even the farmers as we begin this next budget year?
We fully understand the troubles and the tribulations that farmers have been through, especially the last 18 months with Matthew and now Florence. We understand the loss of almost, $700 million of crops that were left in the field. We understand the issues that they're faced with. We understand government shutdowns. We understand every obstacle. We understand lawsuits. We understand the obstacles that are put in the face of our farmers, and we want to be very aware of how what we do affects them, because farming is the largest industry within Wayne County at over $1 billion.
That's just incredible. A lot of people still don't grasp that. They think Seymour Johnson, which is so very
Right.
important to this community, is number one,
Right.
but it's not.
But-
It doesn't touch it.
Agriculture is huge. So we have a really strong understanding, and I think the board does as well. We've got a lot of farmers or farm families that have been on our board. So we have that understanding that this is important, And if we do raise taxes, we have to make sure it's the right time. And I think what we've been hearing from our board, and also now's not the right time to look at raising taxes. Now's the time, as Chip said, we have to hold the line. We have to look at ways that we can do things a little bit differently, still provide the same level of services and still the same support for our employees, but we have to look at doing things a little bit differently. It may mean that we delay some of our projects and initiatives, but we have to hold that line, and we will moving forward.
Sometimes it's a big chess game, but I think you guys are handling it well and making the right moves, as well as our commissioners right now.
Very much so.
Is there anything that I've missed that you'd like to touch on before we end this session?
One thing that I am glad to live in Wayne County is the barbecue as well. So you cannot say.
Are you going to pick your favorite right here on a recording here?
No.
Very smart man.
Not even
very,
close.
Very smart man. There's some great
That's
barbecue
right.
in Wayne County, and I do have a favorite, but I won't say.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you brought that up. And Chip, thank you. We'll divide time between the two of you. We won't always keep
All right.
together. This is a lot of fun because I think that you each bring something different to the interview and share with our citizens. I really appreciate that.
Right.
And that's going to do it for a talk with our county manager. We'll see you next time.